Recording has started.
Will the Maui County Council regular council meeting please come to order? Good morning, members and everyone. This is a regular meeting of September 15th, 2023. And before we start with roll call, I want to say that in case you're flying to Ethiopia this weekend, a greeting, you can impress the people there by using their language and using the greeting salam. And salam means peace be with you. And for Maui County and Lahaina, let's hope that peace is going to be with all of us. Madam Clerk.
Chair proceeding with roll call. Councilmember Pro Tempore Tasha Kama.
Aloha Kakahiaka Chair and salam to everyone else.
Vice Chair Yukile Sugimura.
Salam, everybody, and good morning. Looking forward to a productive meeting, Chair.
Councilmember Tamara Paulton.
Aloha kakayaka and waligawa salam.
Councilmember Gabe Johnson.
Salam, aloha, Chair, council members, committee members. There's no testifiers at the Lānaʻi District Office. Mahalo.
Councilmember Kiani Rollins Fernandez.
Aloha kakahiaka kako, mai maui nui a kama, and there are no testifiers at the Molokaʻi District Office. Salam.
Councilmember Tom Cook.
Aloha and salam, Chair and Council.
Councilmember Nohelani U'uhajens.
Good morning.
Councilmember Shane Sinensi.
Aloha and salam.
Council Chair Alice Lee.
Salam kako.
Chair, all members are present, which gives you a quorum to conduct the business of the council. For the record, I am County Clerk Moana Ludi. Also present from the Office of the County Clerk are Deputy County Clerk Rochelle Thompson and Legislative Division Staff Joyce Morishige, Lawrence Aldana, and Del Yoshida. Joining the meeting from the Office of Council Services is Director David Rotz and Deputy Director Rochelle Kawasaki. From the Department of the Corporation Council is Victoria Takayesu, Corporation Counsel, and First Deputy Corporation Counsel Mimi Desjardins.
Opening remarks will be presented by Councilmember Kiani Rollins Fernandez.
Mahalo, Chair. Mahalo for this opportunity to provide opening remarks this morning. Last week, someone shared with me the origin of the expression talking in circles. Talking in circles. I'm sure you've heard the expression. It's not something you ever want to be accused of doing, right? Repeating the same points. It was made a derogatory expression to undermine and shame the practice of Indigenous peoples. The practice of storytelling while sitting in a circle. In order for a people's oral history to survive, the stories must be repeated. In discussing the mo'olelo, the lessons are remembered and passed on, and knowledge can continue to be built upon. There is value in repeating a story that should be memorialized in our collective memory. Ike kupuna. When attending our meetings from her district office, Councilmember Paulton would refer to her location by the traditional name of Malu'ulu o Lele, the shaded breadfruit grove of Lele, and often showcases art depicting Malu'ulu o Lele in her video filter background. I recently had the pleasure of hearing Kaipoke Kona recount the history of Malu'ulu o Lele in its rich details, giving it more life. The investment of human capital in planting and maintaining the grove, the infrastructure of Auai systems, working symbiotically with nature to maximize abundance for both people and the natural environment. Increasing rainfall, aquifer recharge, nearshore water discharge, attracting an abundance of fish to the healthy estuaries, a flourishing ahupua'a to feed everyone. In a news interview, Hokuao Pellegrino went on to say, It's not so much only what you would have seen, it's what you would have felt. The climate of Lahaina was very different. Lahaina was once an entire agroforestry full of ulu, coconut, and kalo, and many other canoe crops that our kupuna brought along with them. Lahaina was a lot cooler, and it was a food forest. And it's important for people who have never heard this history to also understand that this ulu grove of Lele was not a one-off. In Kona, on Mokuokiawe, there's also a large ulu grove referred to as Ka'uluru that stretched 32 miles long from Honaunau to Kaloko, about half a mile wide. Noah Kekueva Lincoln writes, the trees were a good distance apart, so as to give room to their boughs to spread out vigorously on all sides, and the spreading trees with beautiful foliage were scattered about from the shore along the side of the mountain as far as we could see on both sides. Between the trees, sweet potato and paper mulberry were grown where shade from the breadfruit offered shelter from the scorching Kona sun. It was a huge source of food, one that would even produce in drought years. So what happened to Malu'ulu Olele? Mr. Pellegrino described an 1887 article that specifically talked about Pioneer Sugar Company pushing the cut sugarcane up against the ulu trees and burning them down. The article describes the outcry from Hawaiian families and the broader community begging them to stop because the ulu trees were not just a symbol of Lahaina, but they helped to sustain that population. The grove of ulu that provided an abundance of food free to the people was replaced by sugarcane to turn a profit for the colonizer plantations. Plantations that then diverted the streams that set the stage for this devastating fire. Sometimes we assume that people know the story of a place. Sometimes, when it's retold, one person in a group will hear it for the first time. Sometimes, someone who heard the story before will learn a new detail or make a new connection and understand it in a new way. If we don't tell our stories, not only will they not be preserved, but other stories will be told in its place and erasing our culture. A story about a banyan tree as a symbol of Lahaina. We have the blueprint of what worked. We don't need to reinvent the wheel to prevent fire. I've heard it again and again from the community. The call for the restoration of Malu'ulu Olele, Mokuhinia, and Moku'ula. A story of abundance. Now go talk in circles and tell your friends this story of abundance. Eulu, Eola. Mahalo for this inspiration, Jen Mather. News this morning from Molokaʻi compelled me to add this short pule in closing. When things get hard, may we love each other harder. May we continue to fight for each other and not against each other. May we hold each other close and not let go. Mama, wanoa, lele vale. Mahalo, Chair.